Okay.
Did you have any chance to look into that flow of this one which we were talking about?
I read it, but I'll practice tomorrow, whole day Sunday.
Yeah. 1 second. Give me a minute, Chandra. How was your go live is going on? How the issues are there?
Oh, it went. We are in hypercare. Hypercare means after go live 30 days support, right?
Okay.
Yeah. We are seeing a lot of Vistex issues, performance issues.
Oh, performance issues are many more. Oh. What I was expecting, the thing is a cycle flow with the different steps involved in the discrete manufacturing, Chandra. Acha, beta, could you please? Sorry, Chandra. These are the different steps involved in the production order, right? Basically, for the discrete manufacturing, we created the material master, we created the bill of material, work center, routing, production version, then initial goods receipt, creating the calculating the activity cost and the cost estimate with the quantity structure. Then we had to work on standard cost estimate, then independent requirements, then run the MRP, then convert the planned order to the production order, then check the material availability, then goods issued to the production order, then goods movement in the production order, then confirmation of the production order, and stock update to the production. Of course, the sales order, this part, of course, I didn't take care of the sales order. I'll take it up. It's not an issue. Is that okay for you?
Yeah.
And you need not to create a document as such. I know so that you are busy with your own schedules. Just you can refer this document. But I would like you sincerely to request you just to follow one cycle such that whether are you able to comfortably go to that particular. Of course, I'll share the document today with through Danny. 1 second. I made it to the document so that you can refer it wherever you feel, so that with the screenshots and what are the input parameters that you need to take it up. I have made it step by step as such.
Okay.
Just refer this document, but I would like to request you to just at least the master data part, don't worry. Starting from the independent requirements, I would like you to run the create independent requirements and run the MRP, convert the plan order to the production order, check the material availability. Those parameters I would like to request you. Could you please do that so that it will give you the confidence level at your end, and also it makes me complete satisfaction. Yes, the things are in the which I expected.
Yeah.
You need not create the document and don't. I know so that because of your schedules, you need not waste that much of time. But just run through this cycle, Chandra. This is
no. I have to run it tomorrow because then only I'll get confidence. Right?
Basically, if you find anything anywhere, some questions or something, we can address it so that it will clarify your conceptual part of everything as such.
Yeah.
1 second, give me a minute so that let me work it out for some other server. What is this? I'm not able to. One second, Chandra. Just to open my SAP some other login and just I'm trying it to somewhere else. Okay, no problem. Let us, I'll take it up some theory part of it today, Chandra, rather than because I'm unable to log into SAP server because of some reason. Maybe this password also not working it out. Let me take it up some theory part of it so that today we'll talk about the repetitive manufacturing theory part. Is that okay for you?
Yeah.
what we discussed is the discrete manufacturing, right?
Yeah.
So far we discussed about the discrete manufacturing, the flow of the different steps involved in the discrete manufacturing, how the production cycle will start and how it ends up. Of course, the sales order, that one is not something great. We can create the sales order and then we can go ahead with that one. It's not a big problem. Let me take it up, the repetitive manufacturing part. What is meant by repetitive manufacturing is basically whenever I am producing the same material for every time I am producing the same material, then it will be considered as a repetitive manufacturing. Just give me a minute, Chandra. Let me take it as a okay. Coming to what is meant by repetitive manufacturing, what is meant by discrete manufacturing, what are the two different processes altogether. Say, earlier we discussed about the discrete manufacturing where my production is getting carried out with the help of the incoming orders, right, Chandra?
Yeah, based on demand.
Based on demand, yes, you are right. Based on the demand. And also at the same time my product may changes even. If I want to do some sort of a changes for a specific to the sales order, specific to something like that, I can do some changes and I can produce it as per the customer requirements, right?
That's correct.
So
this one no changes and right? Continuous.
Exactly, that's what. Yes, the point gist of this one is repetitive manufacturing is basically my output remains the same for the throughout the specified period or specified quantity, Chandra.
Yeah.
That means I am producing the same product. Only thing is it is make to stock and then stock and sell basically.
Yeah.
That means I keep on producing it and I will keep it into the stock. Then from the stock I will sell it once the demand comes. Because I am producing the consistent product, there is no changes. It is not depending upon the customer requirement. I have a consistent product or I have a product which is designed, my production lines are fixed as such.
Yeah.
Only thing is, it is of course, in majority of the cases, repetitive manufacturing is applicable for sub-assemblies and assemblies event. It's not the case every time we have to go for a finished product event. In any of the finished product, we are using some of the standard semi-assemblies or sub-assemblies, say. Then for those sub-assemblies, we can deploy this repetitive manufacturing concept. Is it clear to you, Indra?
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically, when my output is remained consistent or when my output is not changing throughout for a particular period or particular quantity, then it's preferred to go for repetitive manufacturing.
Yeah.
Where my production is executed based upon the planning, based upon the planned orders, just I can go ahead and then confirm the production order. Of course, there are some specific settings or specific criteria where it differs from the discrete manufacturing. Just let me pull out one slide where there is a difference between the repetitive manufacturing and the discrete manufacturing. Then we'll go further. Give me 1 minute, Chandra.
Yeah.
There is one specific slide I had so that where it makes it clearly so that what is the difference between the repetitive manufacturing and discrete manufacturing. Yeah, fine. Let's get it. Able to see my screen, Chandra?
Yeah.
This is the discrete manufacturing, this is the repetitive manufacturing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Production changes frequently in the case of that. Production in the sense my output or my product keeps changing frequently, right?
Yeah.
Whereas I'm producing the same product throughout the entire period over a long period or long time or for a larger quantities. Then we'll go for repetitive manufacturing. That is one basic difference between the discrete manufacturing and the repetitive manufacturing. Is this clear to you?
Yeah.
Next, here production is basically it is production is basically it depends upon the it is irrespective of the loss or irrespective of the period. For a particular production order, this is the production are restricted to that particular production order.
Yeah.
Whereas here it can be restricted for a particular lot or a particular quantity or for a particular period based production. Okay, for the throughout the year I am producing the same material.
Yeah.
And varying sequence of work centers and the complex routings, in the sense, if my output, if I want to change the product, definitely my production lines will change it. Maybe I need to go for different sequence of machines in order to produce the different material in the case of discrete manufacturing, right?
That's correct.
Whereas in the case of the repetitive manufacturing, because my output remains the same, my production line or the work centers or the routing remains exactly the same throughout the year or throughout the period, right?
Yeah.
And semi-finished product often put into the interim storage area. In the case of discrete manufacturing, semi-finished products are often directly posted without interim storage area. The meaning of this one is, suppose for example I am using some of the semi-finished product into the repetitive manufacturing, I can access it and then consume it and directly post it in the case of repetitive manufacturing. Of course, I'll explain further more details on this one once we'll go to the repetitive manufacturing confirmation and then posting of the materials, etc.
Yeah.
Materials are staged with respect to the production order. In the case of the discrete manufacturing, always once the production order, planned order is get converted to production order, you will talk about everything with respect to that production order. It can be a goods issue, it can be a goods release, it can be a material missing, it can be anything you refer it with respect to so and so production order.
Yeah.
Including the confirmation, everything till production order is totally confirmed and then cleared, Chandra. Whereas in the case of here, it is not with respect to the production order. There is no more concept of production order in the case of repetitive manufacturing. It is only based on the plan. Directly we will convert the planned order to confirmation level. That means keep on producing as per the plan.
Mm-hmm.
There is no need to convert the planned order to the production order because I planned this much of quantity, 10,000 pieces and so on so on. Keep on producing 10,000 pieces without waiting for something. I'll show it to you in the system, Chandra. Wait for a few more, some more discussion on this one. Release procedure, reduction. Release is actually this concept of release is there in the case of the production order. Production order creation, production order release. These are the two mandatory parameters in the case of a discrete manufacturing, right? Whereas in the case of the repetitive manufacturing, once there is no more production order, of course there is no more question of creation, no more question of release as such. Is that right?
Oh, no production order, okay.
No production order. There is no concept of production order in the case of repetitive manufacturing, only based upon the planned order. One more point here, Chandra. Actually, what is the basic purpose of release as such? Release in the sense, generally we might have been created the production order say 2 months back or 3 months back. If it's long lead times or long orders are pending, right?
Yeah.
During the release, what exactly the system will release in the sense I am ready to execute or I am issuing this particular production order for immediate execution purposes, right?
That's correct.
During the release, system is checking whether the materials are, maybe at the creation stage materials might be there, but I don't know what is the current stock of the materials, right?
Yeah.
Unless until system during the release, the system is doing some checks, check 1, check 2, check 3. There are some steps are involved during the release as such.
Yeah.
The basic release checks are, one is material availability check, one is the capacity availability check, the other is the PRT availability check. Like that, system will check. There are different checks involved which will check at the background during the release of the production order. That is the purpose of release of the production order. Why we need to release the production order is.
Yeah.
Of course, once there is no more production order, in the case of repetitive manufacturing, there is no question of creation and release. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm coming to the next point, Chandra. Completion confirmation for individual operations or individual orders. Of course, I didn't done that one operation level confirmation. I'll explain to you in the system because today I'm unable to access the SAP logger. We did the header level confirmation with the transaction CO15, right, Chandra?
Yeah.
In the case of the production order, that is in the case of the discrete manufacturing, our confirmation we did it. We had gone to the transaction CO15. Then the system asked us what is the production order number. The moment we had given the production order number, we are confirmed at the header level itself. Even though it is having a multiple operations or single operation, we are saying this production order is just completed, right?
Yeah.
Of course, we have an option to confirm step by step. That's what we discussed, but we did it practically. That we will do it. That is basically, if I have 10 operations, say operation 10, operation 20, operation 30, operation 40, and so on and so forth, up to operation 100, say.
Yeah.
I can confirm each operation level also, right?
Yeah.
In the case of discrete manufacturing. Whereas here the confirmation is based on the period or based upon the backflush quantity, Chandra. If you want to confirm it operation level or something like that. Of course, I'll show it to you in the system. Basically, once you will go to the confirmation screen of MFBF, there is a transaction called as MFBF, which is a confirmation transaction in the case of repetitive manufacturing. The moment you go to the MFBF, system will ask you which planned order that you want to confirm, how much is the quantity that you want to confirm.
Yeah.
And here it is, and the rest of the raw materials, everything will be backflushed. That significance of the backflush will come more into the picture in the case of the repetitive manufacturing. And in the case of one more next point, in the difference between the repetitive manufacturing and the discrete manufacturing is, the case of production order is settled. You are asking me that what is meant by settlement rule or something that the other day you asked me, right? When I confirm the production order, when I settle the production order, whatever is the profit portion or the loss portion, that will be accumulated against to that production order. That means costing is purely with respect to the order. Against this order, how much wastage, how much is the production, everything with respect to the production order, right?
Yeah.
Whereas in the case of here, it is a product costing is based on the cost controlling. There is one product cost collector concept will be there. Of course, this is involved between the PP and FICO integration, PP and CO integration basically. Whereas in the case of the repetitive manufacturing, because we don't have the concept of production order, we cannot calculate the cost or the profit or the loss against the production order, because there is no question of production order concept at all repetitive manufacturing. Then how the cost will be calculated, or how the cost will be incurred, or how the cost, profit and loss, everything will be calculated is against the product cost collector. What is this product cost collector is? It's the for a given product, for the given process, there is a predefined process, and all the costs are accumulated and posted against that product cost collector, Chandra. Of course, we'll see that product cost collector into the details once we'll set up the master data and all. Is it okay, Chandra?
Yeah. So what is the source for planned orders?
Planned order, it can be dependent requirements, even it can be a dependent requirement. Suppose your header material is planned at the order level, say. That means you are having a finished product, Chandra. That finished product you are planning it to either you are based upon the forecast, based upon the demand planning, or even you can trigger it to the demand from the APO2.
Okay. Got it.
But your dependent materials are sub-assemblies. For that sub-assembly, you are getting a dependent requirement from the header material. For example, in the car, there are so many assemblies are there, fixed assemblies are there. Some, for example, some gearbox or gear assembly, piston assembly, these are the components which are used for any of the cars, say.
Yeah.
I need not wait for the order for this part, because if I am not today or tomorrow also I am going to use the same piston assembly, right?
That's correct.
So in that cases, I'll opt that for the piston assembly with the repetitive manufacturing, which my requirements will be driven by the header material. So whatever the header material dependencies are, for example, if it is a simple product or simple production line, you can create independent requirements directly also, or based upon the forecast, or you can create a sales demand also, nothing wrong. Only thing is, once you convert that dependent requirements through the MRP will generate only planned orders. There is no more production orders as such.
Yeah.
We'll see that into the system, Chandra. So these are the few differences between the repetitive manufacturing and discrete manufacturing. Is it clear to you, Chandra?
Yeah.
The very significant feature, the very significant difference, the moment I say difference, there is no more concept of production order in the case of the repetitive manufacturing. Repetitive manufacturing is purely based on the planned orders. Is that right?
Yeah.
And the costing, everything is not with respect to the order, it is with respect to the product cost collector.
Okay.
And there is one more point, Chandra. In the case of the discrete manufacturing, we discussed about the production version. You remember that?
Yeah.
Production version is nothing but a combination of BOM and routing, which we have been created or we have been updated in the material master in the MRP4 production version, right, Chandra?
That's correct.
But that production version is not a mandatory in the case of a discrete manufacturing. Without production version also you can run the production orders, everything, but this production version is a mandatory in the case of repetitive manufacturing, Chandra.
Oh, mandatory?
Mandatory in the sense without the production version you cannot run the planned orders.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
In the case of repetitive manufacturing, you have to maintain the production version, must.
Okay, okay, okay.
With basically production version is nothing but a line. Line is nothing but your BOM and routing, right?
Yeah. So so only one production version, no variations.
Yes. Yes. If you have multiple, yes you can, but at least one should be there.
Okay, okay.
That means you are mentioning to the system, you please produce this product in this line.
Yeah.
And that is a fixed line basically.
Yeah.
Able to, are you getting the difference clearly, Chandra? Now?
Yeah.
So these are the specific differences between the repetitive manufacturing and the discrete manufacturing.
What about when we define the material? So is there any difference?
Yeah, when we are creating a material, that's what you mean to say?
Uh-huh.
Your question is, while creation of the material, is there any specific difference? That's what
that's correct, yeah.
Yeah. That in that case, in the creation of the material master, one specific difference is production version, which is a mandatory in the case of a repetitive manufacturing, which is not a mandatory in the case of a, and in the production version, if you notice it properly, there is one REM indicator was there.
I saw it, yeah, MRP1.
REM indicator is in MRP4, Chandra.
MRP4, okay. Yeah, I saw it.
In MRP4, there is indicator. In MRP4, there are 4 fields are there basically. One is basically the BOM selection and routing selection. Second is the discontinued path. Third is there is one sub tab is there. Repetitive manufacturing.
Yeah.
This one.
Raj, this document is generic or like a specific to discrete or?
It is specific to discrete cycle, Chandra.
Okay.
I have this one also. Basically, repetitive manufacturing document is also there.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
I have that one. Just let me pull it up. That data.
This looks very good.
Just it will give you some sort of course we have the full idea. It will give some reference of that where which screen, which field that we'll talk about a bit more.
That's
Actually, I was supposed to pull it up some other data, some more information on this, but didn't find much time. Okay. Oh, sorry, I didn't elaborate much on the master data part, Chandra. I directly I said material master then because it's already I maintained something information in the discrete, so I simply mentioned so that create a material master, make sure REM indicator is ticked and REM profile is maintained in this.
Okay, okay.
You are getting my point?
Yeah, yeah, got it. Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, I didn't elaborate this point actually. You asked me what are the different specific settings when I am creating the material master when compared to the discrete manufacturing and repeat manufacturing. What are the steps to be noted or to be make sure such that it is applicable for that's what your question. But I didn't maintain much on this. I'll do that one, Chandra. Don't, just give me some time. Afterwards, I will maintain that also here.
Yeah.
Just I mentioned here the point. REM indicator, ticket, and then REM profile. Where exactly and how exactly I didn't maintain here. It is there in the MRP4, Chandra.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. And then second point is BOM. BOM is very simple. As such, you can create the BOM with the same. There is no major specific difference between a repetitive manufacturing BOM and discrete manufacturing BOM, Chandra.
No difference, right? Yeah.
Yeah, no difference. And work center, yes, there is no difference. Exactly the same concept of discrete manufacturing and repetitive manufacturing concept is same.
Yeah.
And yes, routing, there is a slight difference is there. That is basically here, the routing is a CA21. It is not a simple standard routing, it is a rate routing, Chandra.
No, what is the difference? Just a name difference, but what inside?
Of course, not only the name, if you want to maintain some more details, there is an option available in CA21 where you can fix it up the rate and everything. Otherwise, CA01 also will help it out, Chandra. It's not the case as you rightly mentioned. It is not a mandatory you have to go for repetitive rate routing. Even your CA01 standard routing also can help you in repetitive manufacturing.
Okay, okay.
But preferably people will say so that to go for CA21, Chandra, rather than CA01 in the case of REM. REM, repetitive manufacturing.
Okay.
And this is basically make sure so that you are creating a rate routing basically. It's not mandatory. Must and should you have to go for CA21. Even CA01 also you can make use of the same settings.
Yeah.
Then sixth step is go to the material change mode and into the MM02 and go to MRP4 and click onto the production version. How to create a production version? Concept is the same. But in the production version also there is one repetitive manufacturing indicator is there, Chandra. Okay. That also is there also you have the repetitive manufacturing indicator. Each and every screenshot I didn't maintain actually. You have the screenshot I maintained. This is basically repetitive manufacturing allowed indicator here. Are you getting this, Chandra?
Yeah, yeah.
Before this, there is one more screen comes production version. There also there is one repetitive manufacturing allowed indicator has to be tick marked as such. Then only this routing and of course here this routing in the production version we are clubbing the routing and as well as the BOM, and repetitive manufacturing allowed indicator is exclusive for in the case of repetitive manufacturing. And after that, of course, the activity cost and all, this I will take it up. Activity cost, everything, this is one under the same, which we have been studied in the discrete manufacturing. Activity cost is calculated for the all the activities that are involved, and the cost estimate is also the same. Only thing difference is the product cost collector. This is specific to repetitive manufacturing, Chandra.
Okay.
This product cost, in this product cost collector, we will, of course, it need to have, before that we need to maintain all the master data related to the product cost collector is for which material you are creating the product cost collector, what is the production version for that one, what is the production type for that one, what is the preliminary cost estimate for that one. Based upon these parameters, you can create a product cost collector, Chandra. So this product cost collector will take care of all the accounting purposes or the costing purposes against the plan, against the actual, everything will be booked in this product cost collector.
Okay.
This product cost collector, of course, here we need a bit of help or we need some support from the CO team also. CO and PP people put together, they will work it out for this product cost collectors.
Okay.
The logic is the same, explanation is the same as we follow for discrete manufacturing. Once we run the standard, will get updated with your standard price. First we will go for basically feature price, that is marking allowance. Click onto the marking allowance. Then after the marking allowance, feature price will be get updated. Then once we will go for release, after the release, your standard price will get updated. So once you check into the material master, your current price will be updated with the standard price of this particular, which we have been calculated with standard cost estimate. Is it clear to you, Chandra?
Yeah.
Of course, this up to here, this is the master data part. And after the master data, we have to go for transaction data. Transaction data will start from creation of independent requirements onwards.
Yeah.
Then running of the MRP, once you run the MRP, you will get the planned orders. Outcome of the planned orders, you can check it up in the MD04. Once the planned orders are there, the will take place here onwards. Just hold on up to here. Let me come to the theory part of it. Up to here, is it clear to you, Chandra? What we discussed is sorry, Chandra.
We run MRP, then we generate planned orders. So what is the next step after planned orders in repetitive manufacturing?
Yeah, after the planned orders, we have to go for confirmation and all, Chandra. That's what I'm saying. Up to, just hold on up to that. Let me cover it up this theory part, a bit more theory part of it, then we'll come to that one, Chandra.
Okay, okay.
So far what we discussed is what is the differences between the discrete manufacturing and the repetitive manufacturing, and what are the specific master data settings when we are creating the repetitive manufacturing master data, and how to run the MRP. Up to that we have been taken it up. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just hold on up to that one, Chandra. Let me cover it up the theory, bit more theory part of the repetitive manufacturing, then I'll come to that one.
Yeah.
So process flow is the sales orders are the planned orders. Then we'll run the MRP. Then we'll checking the planning results. Then assigning the planned orders to the production lines. This assigning the planned orders to the production lines in the sense, Chandra. Suppose for example, I have two different lines. One line is applicable for smaller quantities and one line is applicable for bigger quantities or something like that. Then I can assign different quantities to different lines in the case of repetitive manufacturing, Chandra.
Okay.
Then afterwards, staging of the materials, there is a material goods issue, then back flushing. Then back flushing is nothing but the confirmation of the production order, planned order. Then reducing of the, once you will confirm it, then automatically your planned orders will get reduced, and then results can be checked it up in the evaluations. This is the cycle flow for the repetitive manufacturing.
Okay.
Is it clear to you, Chandra?
Yeah.
Of course, before this there will be a master data, and after the master data only it will start to the transaction order, transaction data flow.
Yeah.
It's a basically make to stock scenario, and in the repetitive manufacturing I'm keep on producing this particular PC, and for that I have the two different lines, line 3 and line 4, and for that for each line 3 it consists of storage location, and line 3 at the so and so storage location. Just simple diagrammatically it has been explained, nothing great as such. Based upon the independent requirements, we are keep on producing the same material in the both the lines in a sequential manner.
Okay.
Discrete manufacturing, we discussed it, where I have a different of lines and different orders depending upon the production order or depending upon the requirement. Whereas repetitive manufacturing, I keep on producing the same line.
Same line, yeah.
And there is one more concept called as Kanban, which is also one of the easy manufacturing methods. It's not a complicated manufacturing method. I'll come to that one once REM is done there.
Okay.
Of course, any idea on this Kanban concept, Chandra? Do you have any idea?
Actually, I had that conversation when we went go live. One of the units is Kanban. I did not understand.
No problem, no problem. That's good. It's not an issue. Of course, we won't take much of time in the repetitive because we are confident on the discrete. I hope you are having a full confidence on the discrete cycle.
That's correct.
So it won't take much of time for you to run through the repetitive manufacturing, because majority of the things will follow the repetitive, will follow the discrete, but there are some specific settings applicable. So once we are done with, I'll go for Kanban. That will make you more confident and significant, Chandra. That will be good for you. I hope. Yeah. If you want, I can take it up in between. It's not an issue.
Yeah.
So with this discrete, anyhow, we know already. Basically, production order, then production order release procedure, then staging of the materials, then order completion, then cost controlling per order. All these things that we have been studied in the case of the discrete production order. order has been created. Once the order is created, how much is the quantity, what is the date, and what are the operations, what are the material components. These are basically operations and material components, and PRTs are all this. And the costs are planned costs, target cost, actual costs are accumulated. Of course, cost part we didn't look into much. That I'll show it to you once. And we need to confirm it at the order level, operation level, and that I'll show it to you, Chandra. Because today I'm not able to access that SAP system.
Okay.
In the case of the repetitive manufacturing, make to stock, repetitive manufacturing, keep on producing the same material, just to keep on producing the same thing. Of course, it can be based on the order driven also, it can be make it as, or it can be demand management based on the make to stock or make to order also, you can make it up. But the thing is, it is a consistent in the same product as such. Basically, your output remains the same, whether it is a make to order or even make to stock also.
Yeah.
Make to stock, this also there is the same, nothing great as such. Period based planning, that means planned periods are for this period to this period we are producing the same quantities. This significant period is this run schedule quantities. Basically, these are the planned orders are converted into the run schedule quantities. How much quantity I have to produce it. And planned orders are run schedule quantities, are authorized production, or production orders are here are authorized, that means planned orders with RSQs, run schedule quantities are authorized for production. There is no specific production orders needed in the case of repetitive manufacturing. That's what we are stressing again and again, right?
Yeah.
Material staging, that means for at which workstation for what are all the materials that is to be feeded, we can keep it. Okay, for example, if I take the scenario of motherboard, for this motherboard I need say 3 parts, basically BIOS, RAM, processor, and keep on producing, fixing the BIOS and the workstation number 1, and RAM and the workstation number 2, and the processor at the workstation number 3. So my product will keep on producing the same thing, and in the this defined production line.
Question here, Raj. Like, do we provide any instructions to the operator part of this? Like in case of process industry, process manufacturing, we provide all those instructions, right?
Right.
What about in discrete and repetitive? Do we need to?
Actually, if you want, we can mention some notes or something like that. But process is purely depends upon that process instruction, process inspection categories. That is majority of the things will driven through the process messages and everything, right, Chandra?
That's correct. Yeah.
Whereas in the case of the discrete, if anything is need to be maintained, you can maintain some notes or something like that, not specific instructions or something like that.
Okay. Notes means in routing, one of the steps, yeah. Like. Okay.
Some sort of messages or something like that, but it is not actually the significance of process industries are, that is why only the process inspection categories are significant only for process related information.
Yeah.
PPPA, the greater difference between the PPPA and the discrete is your process messages and process instructions, Chandra.
Yeah.
Basically, whatever you told, the process control system, no, that is very specific or peculiar for process industries.
That's correct.
Did I made it clear to you, Chandra?
Yeah, clear.
Of course, this slide we already studied regarding to the differences between the discrete manufacturing and repetitive manufacturing.
Yeah.
When we go for order-based production, when we go for product-based, order-based costing, when we go for line-to-line different products at a different points of time, then we'll go for discrete manufacturing. No, I don't want to go for order-based production. I don't want to go for or the other way is, if my output is consistent and I keep on producing the same product for the fixed period or fixed quantity, and I'll make it as a make to stock and then sell it, then in that cases we'll prefer to go for the repetitive manufacturing scenario.
Yeah.
Kanban, you told me that you people discussed it, but didn't get fully or something like that, right?
So in like one sentence, what is that actually?
Kanban is nothing but a very simple concept, Chandra. In Japanese concept, actually those people know, they used to maintain the minimum inventory level. For example, just to have a small discussion on this one, Kanban concept, when we are going to, for automobile industry, there are so many spare parts, so many materials are going to be used, right? But if I keep on keep on maintaining the stock for each and every material. My inventory or my stock levels or my area, everything it will become huge, right?
Yeah.
I cannot maintain each and every material for so and so large quantities of the stock. I want to maintain a minimum inventory level. When and when I require, I need that material.
Yeah.
I want to maintain only 2 bins, say. For example, I am keeping only 2 bins. Suppose it consisting of say 10 pieces, it consisting of 10 pieces, say, for example, Chandra. The moment I consume this 10 pieces, I need only 10 more pieces in my stock. I don't want many more.
Okay, okay.
But I don't want to stop my line also. One is I don't want to have any major inventory. The other is my production line should not be tampered. At the same time, I don't want to go for a big complicated running of MRP, these, that. I want to have a simple system that is nothing but your Kanban.
Okay.
The concept of the Kanban is how it works. Just let me explain to you. For example, I have the 2 bins, Chandra. Each bin is consisting of 10 pieces. I'm using 1 bin. I mean, it can be 1 bin or 2 bin. For example, let us take it as 1 bin or 2 bins. 1 bin is full and 1 bin is I'm using in the production area. The moment I consume this 10 pieces, I'll pull this full bin, right? You are pulling, the moment you pulled up this bin, you don't have any stock in the WIP, right? That means you are making it as empty. This empty bin is coming to here. The moment you make this empty bin, the moment you said it is empty, immediately this empty information has to go your vendor who is supplying the material.
Okay.
That means you didn't run anything. You just simply told to the system this particular bin is empty. That's it, right? The moment you say empty, immediately it has to give a drive. Suppose I am the vendor for you for that particular material. The moment you say empty, I have to get an information. Yes, Chandra is requiring a material, and he said that there is an empty box is there. That empty signal has to drive into my system. I am the vendor for you. Then immediately I will come to your premises and I will make one full bin at here. Are you getting my point? Is it?
No, the question is like no manufacturing is involved?
You are using, let me take one example, Chandra, bit more clear example, because anyhow we are in discussion. Suppose you are producing this car. In this car, suppose steering is supplied by me. For example, steering. Of course, steering is not a small component. Assume such that steering is supplied by me. I am the vendor for you to supply the steering. You want to keep only 20 steerings in your production area. That means 10 in the production area, WIP area, and 10 in the stock. But you don't want to see any more stoppages for this steering also. Without steering, you cannot produce the car, right?
Yeah.
So, for example, I supplied 2 boxes for you. 1 box you kept in the production area, which is consisting of 10 steering pieces. 1 box it is in the pull, which is 10 pieces in the stock. You are keep on using this 10 steering one by one. You are keep on using this steerings, right? The moment you use this 10 steerings, this box will be empty. The moment you say this box is empty, you will make the status as empty by the barcode.
Okay.
The moment your barcode senses empty, it will give a signal to me. Oh, Chandra is consumed that 10 pieces. I have to go and fill 1 more box.
Okay. That question is like continuous manufacturing, so there should not be any gap, right? So that means
yes, it is a continuous manufacturing. The moment, yes, it is a continuous manufacturing. That you are right, very clear. And you are not.
We maintain at least two, three bins. Like I maintain 3 bins. As soon as one becomes empty, I will inform. So like it comes back, and so time being, I'll be using the next one, right?
Exactly, you are right. That is what the concept. Here, the simplest parameter is, as you rightly told, you are using only 3 bins in the production area, and you are not waiting for any material, because the moment you said it is empty, immediately someone else is coming and then filling it up your production area.
Yeah.
Is it clear to you, Chandra?
Yeah.
You are not running the MRP, you are not anything, you are not waiting for anything. The moment you said empty, someone is coming and filling it up.
Yeah.
As soon as this is over, then once again you said, simply you are saying empty, that's it.
Yeah.
You are triggering me an information, I am empty, or your material is empty. I am empty in the sense, basically you are made one box with the empty status, right?
Yeah.
The moment you said this particular box is empty, immediately it will directly trigger.
Yeah.
Because these two systems are interlinked together through the Kanban.
I'm correlating this one. I used to be global supply chain manager for McDonald's Corporation.
Yeah.
What McDonald's is, they maintain moving average. So
Okay.
like I have a restaurant in downtown Manhattan, very expensive area, right?
Okay.
So I cannot send excess inventory, or I cannot send less inventory.
Right.
So what they do, moving average means but truck goes every 5 days. So
Okay.
my moving average is 30. The quantity I have is 90. So the stock I have is sufficient for 3 days, but my truck is coming after 5 days. So I'm short for 2 days. So that means we make special supplies, kind of the same concept, right? Like fulfillment.
Yes, exactly. Almost to the. But here, even bit more simpler, Chandra. It is rather than the days, that depends upon the number of container bins that you are maintaining it. It is exactly the same concept, Chandra.
Same concept, yeah.
Yeah. The moment here, the thing is, the understanding point or the configuration point or the setting point, what we need is how many bins that we need to make a system as a systematic flow. And the moment you say empty, then what is the replenishment time it is taking it, those are the small parameters we need to take into consideration. Concept wise, it is so simpler, Chandra.
Yeah, it is still popular.
Yeah, it is still popular, Chandra. Many of the particularly, but it is popular only for those kind of materials where your demand source and supply source are consistent, Chandra. That means your product, what you are consuming, it is consistent, and how much your quantity you are consuming is also consistent, right?
Yeah.
Because if every time you are changing, obviously that system cannot be triggered, right?
Yeah.
It is applicable for those materials which are sub-assemblies. Once again, here also the concept of sub-assembly, Chandra.
Yeah.
Because it is not intended to my finished product. It is one of the sub-assembly where I am keep on producing it. At the same time, my inventory level is very, very low. I am maintaining it. I need not to maintain any sort of stocks or something, and I never ever face a stock out position.
Yeah.
If suppose, for example, by any chance I didn't produce it, I won't make a signal as empty. Because for you to supply or for me to supply to you, unless until this empty is triggered, then only that will drive me to supply it to you, right?
That is correct. Yeah.
If you say it is not empty, I don't give it to you. I don't have any right, or I don't have any information. I don't have any message such that to supply the material to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your empty is making me, driving me. Yes, there is empty box is there at Chandra's place. Please go and fill it up immediately.
Okay. Okay.
Right? Is it clear to you, Samar?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, minor settings are there that we can see it once we will go to the Kanban, Chandra.
Now I'm clear.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
But it is useful concept, Chandra. In majority of the applications, somewhere Kanban people will use it for some of the materials used.
Yeah. Yeah.
Particularly in discrete manufacturing and I'm not sure in the process industries whether the people are using it. I'm not very sure on that.
Okay.
But whereas discrete and repetitive, yes, bright chances are there to use the concept of the Kanban for sub-assemblies.
Okay. Okay.
Of course, the same thing. It's nothing something great. Discrete manufacturing, repetitive manufacturing, and as it clearly mentioned is that discrete production is production by lot size and production by orders and production per work centers. It is a period based and planned orders and production line. Control itself using the Kanban signal. That means you are not running here in this case, Chandra, you are not running the MRP, you are not sending any purchase requisition, you are not sending any purchase order, nothing is there, right?
Yeah.
Only thing is you are scanning the barcode through the barcoder. Yes, it is empty. That is only the information that you are giving, right?
Yeah.
The moment you said empty, immediately something is coming and filling it up. It is so simple. Don't you think it is simple?
Yeah.
Because you need not to run the MRP, someone has to convert to the planned order, nothing, no MRP, nothing. Just simply it will drive the system.
Yeah.
Master data, of course, that we discussed a few of the master data, necessary master data to be maintained for the material master, BOM, production version and routing. And specific to the material master, yes, as we discussed it, of course you asked me before that itself, so that what are the specific to the master data. Here, repetitive manufacturing indicator, profile, production version. This is what we discussed, Chandra.
Yeah.
And repetitive manufacturing profile, of course, this is important, but I'll discuss it to you in the system. What are the different parameters involved in this profile? This production version, I told you such that version number 1, version number 2, which is consisting of basically BOM and routing, a combination of BOM and routing.
Yeah.
And BOM, there is nothing about. Only thing is you can maintain the backflush or storage location for backflush. Backflushing is nothing but when I confirm the production order header material, the components has to be packed or distributed from that respective storage location that will be maintained in the backflush.
Can you repeat one more time, please?
Yeah, sure, Chandra. When I generally this repetitive manufacturing confirmation is within the backflush. That means I confirm the header material. That means I say header material has been produced with 10 pieces, means 10 pieces of this component, 10 pieces of this component, 10 pieces of this component were consumed, right?
That is correct. Okay.
That consumption has to take place by the backflush indicator from the respective storage location.
Oh, how you define backflush?
There is a checkbox is there. I'll show it to you in the system, Chandra.
Okay. That means automatically it adjusts the inventory.
Exactly.
Consumption. That's it. Okay. Subtract inventory.
You are right. That is the simple concept of backflushing as such.
Okay. Got it.
No need to goods issue or something like that.
Okay. So
From
to
main to
eliminate goods issue process, yeah, that's correct.
Yes. You are right, Chandra. That's what the concept of backflush is.
Okay.
Production version, that is available capacity, cost center and all. Of course, version I'll explain a bit more details in the production version once I'll go to the system. But at this point of time, just take it as a production version is nothing but a combination of BOM and routing, Chandra.
That's good. Yeah. That's what discussed. Yeah.
Production line, it's of course for a given routing and a given BOM and what are the material lines or hierarchies. It's not so complicated. Just you can look into the system. Routing, as I told you, such that not mandatory to go for a rate routing, but prefer to go for a rate routing, where you can define the rate of the production and the quantity per time unit and all. You can mention it here.
Yeah.
Routing, rate routing, and for a capacity requirement and for scheduling, and milestone confirmation for reporting point. Of course, confirmation we have only the header level, and of course that I'll explain to you so that operation level and all, inspection characteristics and other parameters. Controlling, with respect to the controlling, I told you that there are some other parameters which we have to work it out with the casting or controlling. That is basically product cost collector, Chandra. What is this product cost collector? How to take it up? That I'll explain in the system, because it is theoretically maybe not significant. Once we'll go to the system, it will be more clear.
Yeah.
That is basically for this production version. You can have a for different line. You can have a different product cost collector even too, because that line that casting is different. This line this casting is different. Material cost estimate that we saw such that cost estimate is nothing but your activity cost and raw material cost and everything will be accumulated, and then finally you will end up with what is the manufacturing cost for this particular material that we saw in the discrete, right, Chandra?
Yeah.
That is basically these are the material cost, this is the labor cost, this is the machine cost, and everything we added up, and then we saw. So, did you have a chance to look into that Excel file and the other part?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Version specific, in the case of if I have a different production versions, yes, I can maintain the version specific. For this production version, what is the cost? For this production version, what is the cost?
Yeah.
Make to start business scenario, and of course where you can create a master plan depending upon the requirements, MRP and planning table. Planning table is also one of the input parameters are demand management and sales sales orders. Those requirements are yes,
same thing we discussed.
Exactly, exactly, Chandra. You are right. Nothing great. Here you have the chance to assign it from which line to which line. Yes, you can. Suppose if the order quantity is equal to say 100 pieces, I can assign it to this line. If the order quantity is equal to 1000 pieces, I can assign to the different line. That choice you have here.
We can do that in the system, right? Yeah.
Yes, you can do it in the system, Chandra.
Okay.
Basically, on the planning table, you can assign different quantities for different lines. Basically, of course.
In the planning table are different lines. Okay, okay. Not yes, like conditional basis. Okay, okay.
Yeah, in the planning table, Chandra, you can manually adjust the quantities to different lines basically, or you can set it automatically also, whichever is the way it is possible.
Okay, okay.
If you specify automatically, system based upon the lot sizing, it will fix it up. Okay, this is the lot size. Let us go to this line.
Okay, okay, okay.
You know, if you want to do it manually, yes, you can do that manually too.
Okay.
So line 1 is available quantity, required quantity. You can segregate this line 1, this quantity to this line, this quantity to this line, like that. Of course, you can either do it manually. The same concept is explaining with some figures or something like that. If the order quantity is equal to small, generally it will be manual lines or smaller lines. If the order quantity is equal to higher, automatic lines, you can assign it either to the manually or through the production version by automatic method.
Yeah.
Backlashing is nothing but once you confirm the production, you need not to, as I told you, such that once you will maintain the backlashing indicator for the components from the respective storage locations. The moment you say final finished product is done, the necessary or the required components to produce the finished products will be automatically deducted from the respective storage locations from the respective stocks.
Yeah.
It is simple to handle, and you need not to post it or something like that. The moment you say it is a goods receipt has been done, automatically goods issue consumptions of this material will be deducted from the respective storage locations.
Yeah.
You can have the different bomb explosions. Of course, it is bomb explosion is same concept as far as the discrete or this one, based upon the planning date or revision level or based upon the quantities or something like that. You can select whichever is the bomb explosion that is required.
Mm-hmm.
Storage location and supply area you can maintain in the production version from which storage location it has to be consumed. Issuing storage location and receiving storage location. Either you can maintain at the BOM level or you can maintain at the MRP group or for a particular material A. And the configuration level also you can set it to them. Activities basically what for this, how much is the cost of the cost estimate and material cost estimates and activities you can costs and as well as the separately materials, separately costs also you can do it, or in together as a total material cost has to be, you can post two separate things. One is the material and the other is the activity, or you can club together also.
Yeah.
Controlling that's what credit basically the product cost collector, how the product cost collector will works it out in the repetitive manufacturing area. That is basically integration from the controlling part. Of course, we'll look into the system with more details, Chandra.
Yeah.
Once you will confirm the planned order, automatically the planned orders will get diminished from MD04, your stock requirement list, and the stocks will get updated by that much of quantity.
Yeah.
Backlashing, the moment you say backlashing, it can be post goods receipt of the assembly, it will post the material cost, it will post the activity cost, it will reduce the all the things, it will be get finally once you will it will also logistic information systems also will get updated once you will confirm the goods with the backlash.
Yeah.
You can have the backlashing, that's what we told. You can have the collective backlash, you can have the activity backlash, you can have the backlash through the barcode or something like that.
Yeah.
If you want to, anything has to be scrap or anything to be declared as a scrap or a component scrap or assembly scrap, you can declare it into the confirmation level itself. Suppose against the quantity of 1000, this much is the scrap. Yes, you can declare it very well as a scrap, such that much of components will get excess completion of the back. After completing the backflush, you can have the excess consumption or something like that. You can declare it. Reversal of the documents. It's like basically cancellation of the confirmation. Suppose I confirmed the repetitive manufacturing, I want to reverse it. Yes, you can reverse the GR, you can reverse the GI, you can reverse the activities, you can reverse the planned order.
Yeah.
The moment you will reversal, once again a new planned order will be created in the system for that quantities.
Yeah.
That is all about the repetitive manufacturing theory part of it, Chandra.
Yeah.
As far as the system, what about your tomorrow's availability, Chandra?
Same. Whatever time is good for you, I'm available.
Can we take it up by 9:30, something like that? Is that okay for you? 9:30 a.m. of my time?
9:30 a.m. means 10. Yeah, that's fine.
Or 9 o'clock, whichever is okay for me.
Yeah, whatever is good for you, I'm ready tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah. I'll confirm through to Danny regarding to the timing, Chandra. Let me make sure the power availability.
Yeah, I'm free whole day tomorrow, so up to you.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chandra. Thank you so much. I'll catch up tomorrow.